All right, we're introducing the concept of the V13. The groundwork has been laid for the Inmotion V13. It's a simple concept. Inmotion is taking the body, the 18-inch wheel of the V11 and the body, along with the suspension. They're taking the 18-inch wheel, the suspension, and kind of the form factor of the V11, combining it with the power, the 100 volts of the V12 and the batteries, the waterproofing, all the upgrades they've made to the V. Basically, they're taking the V12, combining it with the V11 to make the V13. I think it's an outstanding idea because right now the wheels are getting heavier, and having a suspension wheel that's under 60 pounds or even under 70 pounds at this point would be fantastic, because currently the lightest suspension wheel that you can get is the King Song S20, which is still at 77 pounds. That's quite a bit of weight to heft around. I mean, that's basically the weight of a veteran Sherman. So even off-roading, it's going to be quite difficult. It's going to be not so easy. However, the V13 is really, in my opinion, it's really hitting a sweet spot. It's not trying to be the most powerful suspension wheel. It's trying to be the most lightweight, powerful suspension wheel. So they're taking the lightweight. You're not going to get as much range. It's only going to have the 1800 watt max battery, maybe a little bit more than that, but I think they should keep it at 1800 watts. I don't really want weight, so as much as they can cut back on the weight, basically, yes, everything the V12 can do in terms of speed and power and torque, the motor, put that with the suspension and the bigger tire for the V13, and you have a outstanding competitor to the Eagle. The Eagle is obviously going to be a huge success and very popular, but that doesn't mean it can't have a true rival. And for me, if the only thing that is lacking, it's a bit heavy. The Eagle is a bit heavy at 77 pounds. It's gonna be fine, and it's super wide too. It's probably the widest. It is the widest EUC. I think it's wider than the Monster Pro, wider than the EX, and it's gonna be like Z10, even wider than perhaps the Z10. So the Eagle, man, it's gonna be, it may not be right for you, and I really feel like the Inmotion V13 may be right for some people. It'd be right for me because the power and the 18-inch wheel, the 16-inch wheel, the V12 I'm riding here, doesn't have the stability and the suspension, so you can't really go all out. You're losing a lot of traction. Not saying the V12 is bad, but for this type of riding that I'm doing here, a V13 with the suspension and the bigger tire with the power of the V12 is a super sweet spot. Let me know what you think of that idea, the concept below. Is it something that Inmotion is working on? Right now, it's hard to say what they're coming up with for the V13. Really, I feel like this would be a worthy EUC and a best-selling EUC. All right, so for price point of the Inmotion V13, they're basically taking the specs of the V12 and putting it into the body of the V11. So it's going to add on a little bit of cost, but it shouldn't be too much more. I bet they could get it down to $2,500, $2,800 at the most expensive, which compared to the Eagle being at $3,200, pretty competitive price point. I think that would be, man, that would be a great EUC, especially, the lighter, powerful body of the V11 could have a lot of advantage. Let me know if you're interested in the V13 below.